People brought their children to his house. They trusted him. That's what makes this story different from the others. He wasn't feared. He wasn't whispered about. He wasn't avoided. He was invited. In the 1970s, John Wayne Gacy lived in a quiet Chicago suburb. A house on a normal street, neighbors on both sides, lawns cut neatly, porch lights on at night. He owned a contracting business. He hired young men for construction work. He attended local meetings, volunteered for political campaigns, hosted gatherings. He didn't lurk, he participated. If you had met him once, you would have described him as energetic, confident, social, maybe even successful. That was the shield. Young men began disappearing, not all at once, not dramatically, just one at a time. A son who didn't come home, an employee who stopped answering calls, a teenager who had mentioned a job opportunity. Families reported them missing. Police filed paperwork. But there was no clear connection, no obvious suspect, and certainly no reason to suspect the man shaking hands at neighborhood events. Gacy continued working, continued networking, continued smiling. Routine makes people comfortable. Comfort delays suspicion. Gacy understood something simple. Opportunity hides in normal life. He offered jobs, quick cash, late-night shifts. He made himself useful. Young men entered his home believing they were stepping into work, into opportunity, into something ordinary. The house didn't feel dangerous. It felt suburban, safe, predictable. And predictability lowers defenses. As disappearances increased, investigators began noticing overlapping details. Several victims had crossed paths with Gacy. Some had worked for him. Others had mentioned him casually. Still, he did not panic. When questioned, he was composed. He invited officers inside. He answered confidently. He trusted his own performance. But detectives noticed something subtle. An odor inside the house, heavy, lingering. He blamed plumbing, moisture, foundation issues. It sounded reasonable, and that's what made it powerful, because believable lies are harder to challenge. When authorities searched the crawl space beneath his home, the illusion collapsed. Buried in the dirt under the house were human remains, then more and more. Eventually, investigators uncovered the bodies of 33 young men, 33, hidden under a home where neighbors gathered for conversations, where laughter had echoed, where trust had existed. The horror wasn't just in the number, it was in the setting. Gacy had not fled to the wilderness. He had not isolated himself. He had built a life, a business, a reputation. And reputation creates protection. People hesitate to accuse someone who appears stable, someone visible, someone integrated. Integration was his camouflage. Even as suspicion grew, Gacy maintained composure. He made phone calls, handled business matters, acted as though life continued normally. Because for him, routine was armor. And it worked. For years it worked. When he was finally arrested and convicted, the nation reacted with shock. But the deeper discomfort came later. The realization that danger doesn't always look unstable. It doesn't always look chaotic. Sometimes it looks organized, engaged, productive. Gacy didn't hide from society. He embedded himself inside it. He volunteered. He participated. He blended. And blending is far more effective than hiding. This is why the case endures. Not because of spectacle, not because of headlines, but because it forces a difficult question. How many people move through daily life shielded by routine? How often does familiarity override instinct? John Wayne Gacy did not look like a monster. He looked ordinary. And ordinary is easy to overlook. Because the most dangerous killers aren't monsters. They're hiding in plain sight.